All right. So I'm trying to figure out how I can rotate this so it looks good on your TV and doesn't look all sideways like. Because, like, here's my hands. This is weird. I'm trying to do it from my phone, which is fine. Just watch me sideways. Uh, Unfortunately, I can't do this while because I'm not using the studio. So let's rotate my camera. Okay. No. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's get started. I'm just trying to get my stuff figured out. I don't want any effects here. Okay. Well, this is me today creating. Woke up from a dream that I needed to start formatting my work live with people. So today what we're working on is a Sacred 7 amethyst, and it is just this really rich and aragonite and smoky quartz, and along with the amethyst here. But the chevron point is super powerful. The way that it refracts the light even catches it so beautifully. So this is such a beautiful piece. And today, because it's kind of a rough start, a sketch, I'm just going to be using some scrap wire that I found to make this work. So you'll see how I create without a plan. You'll see how I create just through the passion. Over the years, I tap into these frequencies when I'm creating, and it just feels good and things start flowing. Well, I realize now through my spiritual journey that I've been channeling my creations all this time. So when I create these, I'm creating for somebody special, somebody unique, and somebody very specific. I believe crystals to be companions. They can aid us and help us and guide us, and even help heal us, as long as we learn how to work with them and treat them as such. And so it's very interesting in the works that I do, because where these end up going is quite fascinating. Um, yeah, it's just so, I love doing it. As a matter of fact, I connected with somebody through Step Into Your Power, and this is an amethyst creation I made for them. Look how cute this is. She loved my Sacred 7 tree that I had made, and so I created this one for her. But I added a carnelian here for that fire within, that heart passion. Then I added nephrite jade for that luck and abundance. And then she selected this really beautiful amethyst. But I really kind of like the way these feminine framed ones flow. So I'm going to just start doing more of them. And again, I woke from a dream. Then I should start formatting my creations like this. So I'm just like, okay, well, I better do it today, because otherwise someone else is going to take my idea. Um, Not that it's, a battle or a challenge or anything, but yeah, so while I'm working with my hands on the table, just a little forward to my video today, I won't be able to read my chats because my phone is at my face level, like at my eye level, and I can't see my screen. That way I can kind of have the free reign of working with my hands today. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. I kind of use this massage tool for my head to kind of help get the connection flowing to the divine. Today's really ominous, very stormy and windy, so you might hear some wind blowing through my windows. It looks like we might get a winter flurry, which is crazy because it was like 50 degrees yesterday. So, but anyway, I'm going to get myself in the zone here real quick, because I had trying to figure out my orientation. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you. So this is probably the best massage tool I've ever used. It's green aventurine, and I think it's called a gua sha, which is like a Chinese medicine massage tool. So like for your scalp, really good for your scalp and connection. I use this like it's a comb and just kind of like massage in a zigzag. But this is like I'll use this for my neck, for instance, to kind of work those lymph nodes. I can get down in my pits and deep tissue with this edge. This one's really great going over like your shins and your veins, and stuff like if you got varicose veins, which I do. So I use this to kind of lightly help work that towards, which is super amazing. But I love using this tool. So if you have one, get one. The shape of it is really the key. But I was lucky to find this in green aventurine. It's tied to that heart chakra to help with the flow of things. And this one's got lots of pyrite in it, which is super cool. Lots of gold speck in there. Okay, but I'm ready to get creating today this Sacred 7 amethyst. So what makes amethyst the Sacred 7? One is location. It comes from a spot in Canada. I'm not quite sure where, but there's a very specific mine in Canada that you can find this in. But it comes with 7 different crystals. I'm going to have to kind of ponder on them because some of them are very weird named. But you've got your amethyst, you've got your smoky quartz, you got your argonite, you've got coxonite, you got geothanite or geostenite, quartz crystal, and I think citrine and some. No, it's not citrine. It's the brown one. I can't remember. Anyway, I don't even know if I got all 7, but sorry. Hands are off. We gotta straighten this wire here. This one's actually kind of long. So today's creation, I'm going to be using, this is a piece of scrap tempered or a treated copper. So it's like tarnish resistant. So it should stay pretty shiny. And I thought that would be a great complement with the silver that I'm going to add into this amethyst, being moon and sun energy being what it is. So I'm fusing the 2 elements of the copper and silver to kind of help channel and harness those energies metaphysically for your body. And I'm just kind of going through my workbench, cleaning it up, and I'm like, you know what? I love doing from scratch creations. So I just pull out my own box of clippings and trimmings, and I just piece it all together. So you can see here, I probably got a couple $100 worth of silver in here, but because I get, I need little pieces and I don't want to cut from my bulk inventory, I just will pull stuff from here, like this one. I'll probably, let's use that one today. That's kind of cool. Scrap wire. What else do I got? A little square wire. Let's see what we can use today. Another square wire. Okay. I'm sure I can make something cool with this today. And I definitely need some thread. Nah, we're not going to thread today. We're going to use the half round. Yeah, that's okay. I got tons of that half round. So I finally am able to make an investment on silver. God forbid, I hope it's the price I need when I go for it. So I've been trying to manifest it so it's like I can get more bang for my buck. But I got to get a bunch of silver for my business. So I've got all this half round. This will probably last me another year, to be honest with you. But the wires I like using, I'm pinching. It's crazy. Like the wire that I use for my custom chain, I'm down to just a couple yards, which this, I'll use about 3 yards in a chain link necklace. So it's like I got 2 or 3 necklaces left in here. That's how close I am. I'm just like, man, I need to get silver. But yeah, we're going to use the half round today for my threading backdrop, help keep it a little feminine. And those of you that have jumped on, appreciate you coming. Welcome to my page. So the dream that I had to just start doing my creations live and just openly talk about my channeled creations. Because it's quite fascinating how things come. Oh, this thing's so cool. So I got this giant arrowhead I was going to make into a pendant. I'm like, God, this thing is just huge. Like, it's huge. And so I'm just like, I'm going to make a spiritual meditation sword to kind of cut energy, because this dendrite agate or dendrite moss that's in here, these little inclusions, You can see that. But yeah, I just made this copper energetic like makeshift. Like it's not very stiff. Like sure I might be able to shank somebody if I wanted to, but no, this is more for like my meditation to cut energy, cut negative energy. So I'll use this when I'm doing my smudging and go and cut through it. Oh, got someone calling. Should probably mute my phone next time. But yeah. Anyway, so I love just playing with stuff. Alrighty. We're going to mute my phone real quick so I don't get any more interruptions. Mute. Perfect. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, so the design I'm going to do is going to be something like this. As you can see here, the tip. So we're going to start with a frame that's like this. I'm kind of liking this feminine wrap, but we're going to do it with copper, so very warm energy. And as you can see, this has got a lot of browns in it, and so I'm trying to kind of balance that energy that's within this crystal. So we're just going to kind of approximate about half here. Okay, we're going to fold that in half like so. And we're going to pinch it together. Be very gentle so it doesn't twist on you, because it's kind of hard to straighten out if you twist it. So I just kind of gently, yeah, get a little more point there. Okay. Tickle. Man, so my face, like, I don't know what the freak happened. So I woke up one day and I literally felt like I had been punched in the face by, like, at a boxing match. Like literally, like, because I boxed once upon a time, so I've taken some hits to the face. I know what a punch feels like. In my face, it feels like I got pummeled by something, and I'm just like, what the freak happened? And it's like my lip is like half my lip's numb. Like I got, like when you go and get a cavity filled to do the anesthesia. That's what it feels like. Okay, so we've got this here. And my eyelid is like all lazy like, and that's not normal. I'm just like, what the freak? But I did a full on, energy check with my pendulum, make sure all my motor skills and functions are good, and everything's all good. And so it was interesting. I was just like, is this something I need to be worried about? My pendulum's like, no. Well, so I wake up today, and all of a sudden I have this aha moment where I'm just like, okay. So we're going to do about like that. I think I'm going to do teardrop effect with that one. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go and bend this. Kind of shape it. Okay. A little too wide. Okay. How's that look? You straighten that out a little bit. And that's kind of why I like working with weird shaped rocks too. If my stuff isn't symmetrical, you won't even notice. It's so funny, because I can just see how that works. Like you won't even notice just because by the shape of the rock, which is nice. But I used to be the biggest critic on my stuff. I used to be so critical about my creations, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going with the flow, doing what I love. My inner child gets to come out, so you guys are going to hear my little dorky shit that I do. Man, my right eye is wandering like crazy. I don't even know why. Like if you get allergies and you react to something, like that's how my eye is wandering. I kind of talk like Sylvester Stallone is what I feel like from Rocky. With his lip that's all weird, like when he talks. That's how I feel. Funny thing, so I got the pleasure of learning to box and train with a well-known guy in England named Lenny Woodhall. And in the 70s, he took his son, or he trained his son to be a three-time world title welterweight fighter, undefeated, very popular in that time. And so my coach, granted he was a senior, man, that guy could still punch. Let me tell you, his hands were registered lethal weapons, and so like he had to get like checked every time he went through airports and customs and stuff. It was so interesting. But I felt so honored coming in contact with him in my life, and he turned down like $1 million contract to come out and train with me. An actual fight. It's just like train for this series. It's like a three month deal. You get paid this much right up front, cash up front. And all you gotta do is just train him and give him the techniques you need. Like really simple gig, right? And he turned that down, so he can come to Utah because of what we were doing here in Utah. And I got, that kind of integrity from a man is super special. And so I adorate that guy so much. And he taught me so much about my life, so much about how to be a gentleman, so much how to control my rage and my anger. And he was just a godsend, a blessing for me coming into my life. But I got to train with him. It was the most amazing experience. And okay, so this is my silver half round that I cut out. So as you can see here, that's my frame, if you can see that. So we're going to frame that. We're going to wrap this up, make it look all pretty like, to kind of get it all locked into place. And then I'm going to fill everything in with this scrap wire that I have. Just going to make use of it. Silver's so expensive, I might as well start using it. Yeah, this is super cool. So anyway, where was I going with that story with Lenny Woodall? I know how to take a freaking punch, I'll tell you that. But yeah, it's that's how I feel. That's so amazing. Okay, well, we are going to get started. So I like to take a tail like this when I'm working with this stuff, like when I'm binding things together. I take this tail, and then this is how I can get it started with ease with my hands. So just gonna do this. I'm so excited for this blood blister to go away. My parting gift when I left my Matrix job, I smashed my thumb like 2 days before I left, and I got this massive blood blister under my thumb now, and I'm like, really? I love showing my hands off because I got good cuticles and stuff. Like people comment on that. And so I got this gnarly scar that's left behind. Oh, speaking of which, oh my gosh, I feel so horrible, tragic news. So where I worked at, Blackfoot, was a family-owned business called Spudnik, and they've been making farming equipment for the potato farmers in the area. They've been doing it for a long time, generationally. Researching, engineering, and designing equipment to help improve and speed up the efficiency of potato farming. So that was the company that I worked for. Believe it or not, Idaho sells, close to 1/3 of the world's supply of potatoes. So there's a demand for equipment to make this so. Especially like where you've got McDonald's that's got a very unique potato, and they use our product to kind of help farm those potatoes. So anyway, just recently they had to do this mass layoff for a lot of the members there, and the shift that I was a part of, which was the weekend shift, they cut off that entire shift, so nobody got to work there. Now, there may have been options to kind of move to a night shift, which is like a graveyard shift, or a day shift, which is what I originally had started working on. Well, because of my family situation, had I stayed there in that matrix job, and not taken that leap of faith, I would have been one of those cut anyway. And this literally happened a couple weeks after I left. People were getting laid off. And I'm just like, so not only was I being guided to get out of there from my nervous system, for my business, for everything that's happening in my life, not only was I guided to do that for myself, around the corner was another fate that could have been more tragic had I not done it. Like, I honestly, if I were to put myself in that position of, hey man, we're gonna let you go, I don't know what I would have done. I like that's how blessed I am that I actually took that leap of faith of getting into my sovereignty, following the divine's guidance. Like, I was using my pendulum like every day, making sure I'm making the right choice. Hermione here, since I created it, and it was a godsend. Like, I'm so blessed that I left when I did, and I prepared myself the way that I had, because that would have been my fate. Which is tragic, because I'm sure there's tons of families and people that were affected by this, and my heart goes out to them, and I really hope that the universe is kind to them as it was to me in that transition. So I'm blessed for that. I pray for them. I actually have many times for that. Which is really sad, because that company is a family owned, and it helped a part of an economy in this area. Like, that's how profound that business is. For them to do layoffs the way they did, just, it's crazy the times it's happening. That's part of the crumbling, as I'm seeing. Like, they made themselves like this, and if the crumbling's happening, well, here we go. It's come to our hometown. I reached out to some of my old crew, though, and just to make sure they were okay. But the other ones I kind of already knew, especially the ones that were working there as like a second job. Those guys were the ones that probably were definitely let go, because it was like a second employment. Because also Idaho has what they call INL, so Idaho Laboratories, or Idaho Nuclear Laboratories, or something like that. But that's out here also, and that provides a lot of jobs for a lot of people too in this area. Actually, it's so much that they do shuttle runs all across this part of eastern Idaho to facilitate staff going out into this rural area where they do whatever they do. Which is why I think we see so many UFOs around here all the time. Or at least I see them. I don't know about anyone else, but I see UFOs, even in broad daylight. Bright silver, shiny discs in the sky that are literally reflecting light. You can see it with your naked eye, and it's like a mirror up in the sky. There's no denying what that is, and it certainly ain't moving like a plane. Like, I'm telling you right now. So this is our frame here. So I've got my U shape for my frame. And then we're going to feed this through to lock in the bail so it's nice and secure to the whole thing. So this is very important that we make this structurally good, for the sake of the integrity of the pendant. Because my pendants, they can get kind of big, so if they get caught on your clothes, I don't want them to get damaged. Or even the little barbs tear your clothes. Like, I try to make sure that because I'm dealing with wires, may accommodate for clothing and comfort, even if it's on your skin. So it's because these can be known for not being smooth compared to like your smoothed silver jewelry, whatever. So anyway, so there's that. Okay, so we're gonna straighten that out there. Okay, like so. Let's see with that frame. Okay, now this is where it gets tricky, because you don't want to damage your frame or distort it. This copper is pretty malleable. So what we're going to do here, that's why I love these little pliers. zoom in, and I don't want to mar the metal either, so you have to be very careful how you squeeze it and pull and bend it, because if you mar it, then you gotta sand and file it, and I currently don't have the means to do that, so it just forced me to be extra good with my hands. So, oh, that just popped in. My inner child was like, tell them about how you started. Sacred 7, you're bringing out a lot of things today. Oh, so funny. All right, so just before the pandemic, I was learning more and more about crystals, and I stumbled across little chicken wrapped crystals. So they kind of look like this. And I was just like, hey, I think I can do that. So I went to Hobby Lobby and bought some craft wire and some pliers and got to work. And I figured it out. It was kind of rough. I kind of just, figured it out. Well, so I go about, start expanding on what else I could do. What else can I do with chicken, with the wire wrapping? And so I started getting plugged into other creators that were making beautiful creations. Gone onto Instagram, good way to find out. And I need to get better about my Instagram. But I'm building my YouTube, so I'm not too worried about it. All right, so we are going to loop around. How do you want this? Yeah, so we're going to loop around, put it back. Oh, there's going to be a gemstone that's going there. I see what you're doing here. Okay, that's cool. We're going to put a gemstone there. Well, I'll channel and see what's coming up. Okay, but anyway, so I started expanding on the craft through Instagram. And I was amazed at what people were creating. And because I just have this knack for working with my hands, I just like, yeah, I can do that. And I just started doing it. So after my show with Honey Golden, a lot of my original creations that I thought for sure would have sold long time ago. I've had those for a long time. And kind of funny story. I kind of had a friend of mine help invest into my business, bless her heart. I mean, she's just incredible. But she absolutely loved what I do. And she was, at the time, was getting ready to open a health and wellness facility with like massages, because she had partnered with this guy that does massage therapy type stuff, health and wellness. And she's also an artist. And so she was like building this little wellness center. And thought that it would be cool to display my jewelry right there, like at the front. When you walk in, you have the hostess table, but put a jewelry case right there with my creations. And so she bought everything I had precisely at the time that I was trying to get on my feet after my ex had kicked me out. So I was so blessed that we had connected. Funny thing enough, her mom lives out here where I came to. So that's kind of how we connected. I was just like, what? This is crazy. And so she helped me so much to get on my feet. More than I think she even realizes. Like, it was just such a blessing how we reconnected. Now, she, at the time, was in Arizona. So all my pieces went to Arizona. And I thought that was that. Done deal. All my stuff, all my originals that I had been selling recently, they all were in Arizona. And I'm just thinking, okay, that's really strange, But through a series of events, we reconnected, like a year later. And yeah, it's just been, now that I've got sold, I owe her some money from her investment because she allowed me to resell those, so yeah, I got to hit her up actually. Cool. Well, you guys are holding me accountable to this. But anyway, yeah, it's so beautiful. So the people that collected my originals, It's funny because they left my possession. They left and went across the states. They they did not want to go anywhere until, well, now. It's so funny how that works. Like, I truly believe in this stuff, guys. That's why it's so crazy. So, but it's so funny to see where they go and how they come to. So we've got that one there, like so. Cool. So we're gonna, okay, I see. So you want me to loop it around and lock you in. Got you. No, we can't do that. Can we? Okay. Oh, so like this. You're so funny. Oh. Okay. We're going that way. Okay, so again, because this is very malleable, I got to use my pliers to bend it around the wire so I don't ruin my frame. So I kind of have to work it. But I also have to be careful that I don't damage my wire. Okay, so we're going to tighten you in. Okay. And then you going like this. I see. Okay. So we got this one. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my little girl, she sleeps in my bed sometimes. She's over there snoring. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, so there's that. Now we are going. Okay. Okay. So before I get this strap down, we need to cinch this down so it keeps it locked. Yeah, it's so cool. Okay. Well, that's perfect right there. This little piece of scrap. Okay. Oh my gosh. What? Okay. I just had... Okay, when I take my break with my hands, we're going to use my pendulum. We're going to do a reading. Oh my gosh. I think I now understand why my face feels the way that it is. This is gonna be crazy. Oh, my inner child's coming out. It's like he literally just flashed in my head the 90s animation Batman. like solving the crimes and stuff. Oh, that's my favorite Batman series, by the way. If you haven't seen any of it from the 90s, it's called Batman. It's just the animated 90s series. It's probably the best story of all Batman comics if you're looking in animation type stuff. Okay, so we need to shift this. I don't like where that's at. Okay. I'm going to take this off here. Nope, trim off just a smidge more. Okay. Put this in here. Yeah, if you're new here and didn't hear from the beginning, while I'm crafting with my hands, I'm unable to read my comments. So, but when I take my breaks with my hands, that's when I can stand up and kind of review my comments and interact with you. Which is just so wild. Okay, so. Ugh, this freaking eye. Swear to gosh. Okay. So we are pinching these ends down like so. Okay, so there's that frame. And then like this. Like so. Oh, I see what you're doing here, little crystal. Clever. Okay. 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 Put those back. Put those back. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to work you around like so, so we don't damage it. Ah, that's so clever. Okay, well there's that. So let's straighten you out here. Okay. Like so. Okay. Straighten you out. And then we're going to So like that. Okay, I see what you're doing. And then, so my piece stone's gonna lock in here. This is gonna loop around to seat this into the frame, all in one wire. This is so fascinating. Cool. Little oblong here, but that's okay. It's only happy accidents, right? Okay. Yeah, let's get you. Nope, that is locked in like so. Okay, this is a rough creation. I see what you're doing here. Okay. So we're gonna lock this one in. They went in on the inside. Okay. So we're gonna rotate this one around. Be careful not to crease your wires. Just a little side note here. Because once you make a crease, it might be permanent like that. So try to work in curling motions like the spiral. So like your Fibonacci sequence, that's kind of what I follow. 3, 6, 9, see my spiral. And I'll back this one off and work it around. So see your Fibonacci. So when I'm wrapping wire like this, especially these big ones around, I follow that sequence. So keep that in mind. But because I got to get it around my frame, I've got to actually crease it right here. Perfect. And then press. Now, okay. Now I can fold this one in. I'm going to twist it right on in there. Very gentle. We don't mar up our wire. Oops. Okay. So before I get it all the way up, we're going to straighten you out. Okay. Like so. Okay. Straighten that up like so. Okay. Work it down, work it down, work it down. Straighten you bad boy up. Look how clever this is becoming. Like seriously. With one thing of wire, I just wrapped a stone with one wire. This is crazy. I'm always getting involved with tons of wires and working and channeling so much energy. Look how beautiful this is coming out of the piece of scrap wire. Wow. Okay. I'm going to stand up for a minute and I'm going to interact with my audience here. Good morning, everybody. It takes a lot of patience. I'm so glad you guys came. Let's see if I can scroll through these. Okay, Carrie. Just finished watching your collaboration with Honey. Oh, thanks, Carrie. You're so amazing. Beautiful, all of it. Yeah, so you saw this creation here that I had going on. Yeah, there's Mona. She jumped on. Oh, Tracy, you made it. Happy birthday yesterday, by the way, Tracy. I love you so much. And I'm so jealous you get so much snow. Deborah, you made it on. Good morning. Got your cup of coffee? I got mine. Yeah. Hi, Daniel. Daniel Blanco said hi. What's up? Okay. Welcome, guys. Yeah, I got to stand up for a minute to get my feet flowing here. So cool. Alrighty. So I got me a new office chair that's got wheels on it, and it's comfortable and it supports my butt. Now sitting here at my desk doesn't feel so bad. And I like having wheels on my chair because I don't jar my camera so much when I'm moving around, because I'm fidgety. What kid sits still, right? When I'm in my inner child mode, I'm so fidgety. That's why I like working with my hands. Okay, so I told you when I take a break I was going to do a pendulum reading here because something popped into my head about my face. Okay. So, I'm going to shorten this out here. Okay, can you guys see this? All right. So, in this direction with my hands, this is yes and no. This is yes here, okay? Yes and positive. This direction here will be no or negative. Right, Hermione, I need help understanding this. This just popped into my head. So, when I awoke from a dream and my face is like this, was I astral traveling in a different realm? Was I in a different timeline of myself? So my face, the result of what I'm dealing with right now, was it because of that timeline? So I'm trying to understand what happened in that timeline. I feel like I was punched in the face. Was I hit in the face? Interesting. Was I defending somebody? In this timeline, was I defending somebody? Was this person a man? No. Was this person a woman? Did this woman have a child or children with her? So the person I was defending her from, was it just one person? Huh. Did I win the fight? For frick's sake, did I win the fight? Crazy. Okay, now I gotta know. Did this person hit me in the face with their fist? Negative. Wow. Did this person hit me in the face with a pair of brass knuckles? Was I hit in the face with a bat? Oh my gosh. So I was defending somebody with the women and their children, and I was hit in the face with a baseball bat. That's why my face is all fucked up today? Oh my god. Oh my gosh, that makes perfect sense. Oh, so yeah, like I said, my coffee Good morning, Eleanor. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that word. That makes so much sense, though. So, yeah, my Coffee and Rocks video, you could tell that my face was droopy on the one side. And I was just like, what is going on? But my lip feels like it's swollen, and my eye feels like it's swollen like a black eye. Even my daughter yesterday said, dude, where'd you get a black eye from? I'm like, I have no idea. Like, so apparently I was astral traveling and went through a different timeline and got myself beat up. And it followed me here. Oh, that's crazy. I'm going to have to meditate on that one. I'm going to go use my Untra Drogue and remote view that event, because that is crazy. I want to know what happened, because I'm feeling it in this timeline. That's what's wild. Holy cow. That's amazing. All right, well, apparently none of this stuff that people talk about is crazy and woo-woo is... Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I love this frequency music. So I'm actually listening to a 999 hertz frequency music. With 444 hertz. It's like this mixture of them. It's really cool. So it's like the crown and the heart chakra together. Okay. Alrighty. So we're gonna frame that in there with one wire. So how do I want to do this? Like this. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. Like this. Around the V. Yeah. Okay. Did you have a good dream, Eleanor? Okay. Eleanor, did you have a good dream? Yeah? What did you dream about? Fox was in your dream?
Yeah.
Wow.
I need to the water to work so I can watch it for he turned it off.
He did, huh?
He missed himself off and then he tried himself.
Yeah.
Then he tried himself.
My eye is watering.
That was my dream.
Wow. That sounds so funny. So Fox, you found that he was out there pooping?
No.
Why not?
He just need to clean his fur because he was dirty.
Oh, did he go and roll in it? My dog likes to roll in poo, so that's why I joke about it. It's so funny. I think my dog's broken. Okay. I heard what you said, Eleanor. I was just making a joke. Okay.
But he rolled into the like paint sticks that we colored.
Oh, the paint sticks.
Yeah, that was my dream. And then he walked in the room, took that. well, during that was my dream.
Oh, okay.
And I said, "Good boy."
Yeah, I see what it's making me do. So see how that's framed into there? Straighten that out. So beautiful. Man, this copper wire that I have, this craft wire, is so malleable. It's so bendy. It's like it's oh man, I'm trying not to warp and distort it because I want my lines flowing nice and smooth. But this craft wire is so bendy. Okay. Compared to my silver, it's like a little too bendy for what I'm trying to do with it here. Okay. Like so. Oh, I see what you're making me do. That's so clever. Okay, so straighten out these wires. Okay. Get all those wiggles out of there, smooth it out. Like so. Get those wiggles out of there. Get the wiggles. Eleanor, we're gonna go over to Gma's after I finish this creation because I'm doing it live right now. I'm streaming live. That's what my dream was telling me. Start getting my audience involved with my creations so they can see what I do. I feel like this is. What are you trying to tell me to do here? Oh my gosh, my inner child is so funny. He just popped in Barbie dolls into my head, and how little girls would use, if you were to play with those dolls, you can interchange all your clothes and dress them up and make them all pretty. This crystal literally is just like, it feels like a Barbie doll, getting all dressed up and pretty. So I'm like creating its cute little outfit and doing up its hair, and like, that's what popped into my head. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I do need to cinch that down. So what would you like? You little crystal, you. A bead right there. And a bead right there. I see. Okay, let's see what we got. So I think the flow of this, these are going to go and lock something in right here, a little gemstone. So we're going to feel around But I'm kind of feeling we're going to put something inside of here, and there's 2 beads. I keep feeling that. And then we got to use these. So once I get my bead set in here, we're going to add some filler in to strengthen this frame up a little bit so it's not so malleable. Because right here where this is creased, it's pretty strong. But I need to strengthen up here. Because if you were to drop it, I would hate for it to get all crooked. Okay, let's pull up my beads. What is going to me today? Okay, nope, those are too big. Let's see what we got here. Nothing out of this one. Oh, that reminds me. Where's my aquamarine? Right there. Put some of these turquoise away. Right there. Ah. Perfect. Turquoise. Okay, here we go. Oh, you're so cute. You want some carnelian too? Right here. And green aventurine. Where are you? That's what you want. Do I have any of those? No, I'm sorry, little guy. Oh, yeah, you do. Green aventurine. You're so funny. Uh-huh. Oh, that's so clever. You know, I'll see what I got here. How are you feeling with fluorite? No, that's too big. What about terminated quartz? Oh, that one right there. Look at that one. Look at that. That one is so cool. It literally has the tourmaline right there visible that you would see in this. See the tourmaline? Let's see if I can zoom in on here. But yeah. So right here in this bead, it still has raw tourmaline exposed. You're so funny. How do you know this, Crystal? So funny. Okay, well there we go. Those quartz crystals?
Yeah.
They sure are. I like them.
Yeah, I even like these.
I'm gonna be using them for gardening, electroculture. Yeah, don't lose those beads. That's Baltic amber. That's a very great stone for inflammation and pain relief. Baltic amber. I love it.
It was trying to hide from me.
It certainly was. Okay. So how are we going to do this?
Ooh.
So if this is the
I really
front,
like these blue ones.
just like so. Look at that. Can you see that? So that's what we're working with here. We're going to cast you in just like so. Okay. Dang, my eye is watering up. Like that's one of the symptoms being punched in the face is that your eye is like all super sensitive and the muscles so relaxed you can't it's like your face is numb. You can't hardly make a facial expression. It's pretty crazy. If you've never been punched in the face, it's not very pleasant after it.
What's this one called? This one?
So the big one that's green and pink is called watermelon agate. And then the other one is called lapis lazuli, the blue one.
That was so cool. I'm definitely gonna get a watermelon agate soon. Just looking at these. They're so cool.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Wow. You have a lot of crystals in this one. There we go.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. So we're back these ones off here. Yeah. So we're doing this. That's what you're saying. Silly daddy. That's what my little one always tells me. Silly daddy. So stinking cute.
Fox, did you put that link right there for me?
Silly daddy. Okay. Just like that. That's what it's asking me to do. Okay. Let's shorten it down there. Okay. No, you forgot to. That's your responsibility, baby girl. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. So there's that one. So now. Okay. Ta-da! That is so cool. So, the way that it had me form it, see how that curve goes into there? It wanted that rod tourmaline directly connected to all of this to ground its frequency. Isn't that cool how this all came together? Absolutely. I did not plan this one out. This is crazy. Okay, so we're going to push that one in a little bit. Strengthen that one up. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah, this is so fascinating how this is coming together. I love this. Okay, so we need to straighten you up here. Then we're going to trim you off. If I can get down in deep in there. Just like that. We're going to fold that barb over very gently, if I can get it. Use a little screwdriver if I can't get it with my pliers. This allows me to just get just behind it and then kind of pry it over. Push you in. Perfect. So, got one of those. Ooh, you're getting strong. Getting my hands all funny feeling. So clever. The way this is flowing together. So we're going to take this end here. We're going to bring it in through on the inside, like so. So we're going to take this, work it inward. Just like that. I need to tighten you a little tighter. There you go. Okay. Ooh, that's powered. Feeling it. Feeling it. Inside. Okay. Like so. like so. Rough creation. So beautiful. Okay. So now okay, that's what you want. More silver. Okay, so here is this. So my spool's a wire, so I can find the end of it. I like to curl an end up top so I can find the end of my wire. Because when you're just looking at this, you're like, how the frick do you find it? So that's what I do. Little tricks help you be more efficient. Okay. So we need to put something in there to push the stone over. Right there, right there. And that'll block it in. And then we're going to weave these two together. So the idea of this, got these little beads here of green aventurine and carnelian. That's what this one called for. So these are going to pinch together. Put a gem right there. And then I pinch this together. Because carnelian is more for the solar plexus. We're going to put it down below. See how that works? So you got your carnelian for your sacral, not solar plexus, the sacral. You got the aventurine for the heart. So it's calling for. And then you've got terminated quartz, which is amplifying this already powerful grounding. So all of this coming together with the Sacred 7 amethyst makes it very interesting to somebody that needs to balance the bridge between these two, between the sacral and the heart chakra. So what's in between, which I don't have anything for this, is going to be like a citrine for your solar plexus. But what's interesting about the Sacred 7 is this crystal as a whole has a lot of that solar plexus crystal energy. So see how this all just randomly came together? So this is actually activating everything that's like within your waistline to your heart, and which is the passion, the fire within, the love, the creation of it. So this pendant is it's going to be, well, I'm balancing it with, right now because of the copper, it's very masculine. But I'm going to be soothing it down with the cooling aspect of the silver soon. And so this is going to create a very balanced divine masculine and feminine feel, which I love because then it means it's not gender specific. If you want to bring that into topic, because it doesn't matter. Whatever resonates with you, go for it. So anyway, we're going to tie those two together. Not quite sure, but that's what this design is calling for. And it's interesting because the chevron point being right there, it's going to be interlinked with some coiling, silver coiling, the soothing part of this. And it kind of makes sense why I'm doing it this way, in the sense that the tarnish resistant copper is going to maintain this shine, and which is nice contrast with the shine of a clean silver. Very interesting how all this came together. Okay, so we're gonna put you together right here. This is gonna lock in my stone. Okay. Just like that. Okay. So now we're going to take this, cinch this side down, cinch this side down. Next side. Man, my eye is watering up like crazy. This is driving me insane. Oh. Tommy, if you're watching this, brother, I know what you feel getting hit in the face, man. Because it came to me in this life, and I'm feeling the after effects. But I still have my mouth, my teeth, and all that. Oh, poor Tommy, his little standing up for his son. And I think that's what happened with me in a different timeline. You know, Astro Soul, your oversoul, you. I get there, can do all these crazy things, but give me advanced notice, please. If we're gonna go into fixing ancestral ties, give me advanced notice, so that I don't wake up feeling like I'm having health conditions. Okay. We are almost there. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? So the half round that I'm using, no, we're not even close. Oops. Alrighty, well, I better cut a tail there then. I didn't give myself enough. Okay, that's fine. Take this one in. Oh, you're so funny. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Why don't you just spell it out right in front? Oh, that's right, because I'm not focused. I'm worried about my face. It freaking hurts. Okay, that's so funny. Okay, well, we gotta undo this. I don't want to cut it. But I have to.
Yeah, this is my opiate.
Okay. 6 and 3. That's what you're telling me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we're going to take this. I'm going to snip this off. Yeah, 6 and 3. Got it. There. Contain that barb there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay. So take that there. Okay. 6 and 3. That's what it was telling me. And it was telling me to use the copper thread for those. Okay. Okay. So 6 here. And then I have the copper thread here. This is so funny. I'm like disputing with the crystal here. You meditating over there, baby girl? Yeah, you practicing?
Not meditating. I never meditate.
It's so good for you. Helps your nervous system. Helps you connect to God, your oversoul, your inner child. Wait, your inner child's already out. You don't need to meditate.
She's not used to nothing.
You're meditating all the time. You go from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next.
I'm not meditating. I never ever.
No, you're creating because you've been daydreaming, baby girl. You've been daydreaming.
Not used to nothing.
Yeah, you're thinking for yourself, and that's such a good thing.
I am not.
Yeah.
I'm
Still tired? Yeah. Well, you can definitely. Today is very cold and windy. Like so. Okay. I see what you're telling me, little crystal you. Literally being a seamstress for this one. This one's a diva, I'm coming to find out. This little crystal. Little diva.
Can I see it?
Hold on, Eleanor. I'm stitching together some green aventurine. So it's going to be interesting to see where this one goes because I'm feeling a personality now. It's a diva. It's like put it right here. This is how I like it. Okay. So funny. Very headstrong, which is good. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, you want to see baby girl?
Yeah. Oh, it looks so cool.
Looks so cool. You kicked them off my bed. Silly. She got a big stretch. Kicked all my boxes off. Alright, well luckily it's just one box that's spilled, but we need to get it all picked up, please. Come on. The box is down here on the floor. Everything that's on the floor can just go in the box. I'll sort it out later. Just put it in the box. Silly. Okay. Yep, she just spilled a bunch of my... So I have this beading tray. My beading tray keeps things organized, measurements and stuff. I had a bunch of stuff in it, and now it's on my floor. So that's why I was like, I'll just sort it out later. Yep, I just need you to put it in the box there, and I'll sort it out later. Because right now, we are creating. Cool. Yeah, you're being silly, huh? Silly Ellie.
I'm not.
Silly Ellie. Tricks are for kids. Oh wait, that's because you are a kid. Okay. So I'm gonna twist this down a little bit. So it's centered.
I put this crystal back in here.
Okay. Thank you, Eleanor. Right, how did I... So this has got to go over, which means... Okay, so I'm going to go this way. We are going to go up. Okay. Okay. So it's telling me 6 and 3. So I've got 6 wraps here and then 3 on each side here. 6 and 3. That's what it was telling me. So we're going to push these 2 together. Cinch it down. Squeeze my coils together gently. And now my carnelian. Like that. Okay. Like that. Okay. So take that there. Perfect. Now
Put this mermaid tail back in the box. Here's it. This is the box.
Thank you so much for picking that all up. I love you.
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh yeah, you could just leave that in there.
Yeah, she's my friend.
Come here. Ugh. First morning hug. You've been snuggled in the blanket.
What?
You've been snuggled in your blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love you. Okay, I'm almost done. I gotta get back to it. Okay.
First, I gotta get
The joys of having sovereignty. I get to be with her while she's so cute, but I also get to be distracted. Go with the flow, work at my pace, not pay daycare, not have somebody indoctrinate my child. That's great. I'm doing right by my kids by doing this for them. Because these times are getting really weird. Especially with feeling like you have to identify with pronouns and stuff. It's just a way of division. Like, that's all it is. Okay, so there's that. Okay, what are we doing with these? Trimming them off. Okay, so I'm going to trim those off. Right there. Now that we've trimmed it, there's a little bit of a burr. So what I like to do is roll it down and in. And this kind of helps keep it from catching on your clothing, etc. So you need to trim that one a little closer though. Okay.
Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Fox, come here. Fox.
What? That's the color of aventurine?
It's a light. It's called aventurine.
Okay. Piece right here. Silly wires. Got it. Whoops. Yep. Perfect. Gonna make it work. Fine, I won't do 3. I'll just do 2.
It's called the room.
It's called what? Yep. Okay. So there's that. Stand up for a minute. Oh, hey, Moonwalker. You're welcome. Yep. Yep. Coffee time, like my mug. Guess who's back? Yep. Moonwalker's here. Yeah, so Moonwalker says you came in late. I don't, when I'm crafting with my hands, I can't see my screen, so there's like nothing. Yeah, and Mona, I did, on another timeline, I got hit with a baseball bat. It's crazy. Going for weeks. Nah, dude, I've been going through some stuff too, Moonwalker. Deborah, so glad you made it here. You can watch the replay. Well, I'm showing my hands this time. I want to see people to see what I'm creating. Yeah. Yeah, I do show my face, by the way. This was a dream that I had that I'm going to just show my workstation and what I'm creating. Just make it easier for people to kind of see what I'm working with. I enjoy, I like being in front of my audience, but this concept was just a dream that I had. So, anyway, Moonwalker, if you're still here, glad you made it. I can't read my chat while I'm creating because of my camera angle. That's totally fine. Okay, so we got the warm. We got some cooling aspects going on here. Yeah, and we are going to rotate that slightly. Okay, perfect. So we got that one. Anyway, okay, so this is part of my creation. Now we got to put some silver into this mix. We're gonna add some cooling. I'm gonna fill in some stuff here, fill in these holes a little bit. Looks pretty good the way it is, but I don't just do simple things. I always just create. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to use the twisted braid, but I am. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. 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 So it's telling me.
Not making any sound.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Oh, I see what you're doing here.
Oh, because it's the egg.
Okay. Oh, that's really pretty. There's a mermaid. Hmm.
I was a mermaid.
You wish you were a mermaid?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are pretty. Super beautiful type of beings. Okay, so that one's there. So we're going to do a filigree twist right here. Okay. Like that. Okay. Crystal oceans. I want a crystal ocean.
That can't happen.
Well, with a mindset like that, you're right. It cannot happen. I think it can, though.
But there's a dolphin.
Cute. A dolphin in a crystal ocean.
Huh? There's a lamb. Look at it. It's so beautiful. Like I'm just like a mermaid right now. There's the mermaid again. Oh, there's a different mermaid.
There's a different one, yeah.
Oh, never mind. It's just the same one.
So there's that one. See how that's coming together? The flow of that one. And then we are going to wrap this one. Okay.
It's like a dolphin again. But no, that's the big dolphin now. So look at the tube right now.
That's pretty cool. Addison has dreams of being a mermaid.
But I don't.
You should ask yourself to go to a water world where you can be. When you dream,
No.
okay. So this is such a fun creation. I absolutely love how this is coming together. And I'm just using scrap wire, stuff that start off my bulk inventory. And this is just coming together so beautifully. Okay, let's trim that one off there. Okay. Okay, so there's that one. That's the way that one will flow. And it is another dolphin. Alrighty. Straighten that one out there. Okay. So I need to add some silver to that side. Yeah. Is that so? And then she swims away. Okay. Okay. Not sure why, but it keeps telling me to do a little filigree root. Oh, a little tighter. Okay, so that's got to go inward now. Okay, little girly. We're gonna add some little filigree and some flow with you. Cute little. Okay. Weird. Wow. This is so interesting how you're having me flow.
What are you doing?
Oh, just the way that this crystal is making me flow this. It's really fascinating. Just like that. Okay. You do have a dream about being a mermaid?
Yeah, guess what? Every 25 years.
Every 25 years, huh?
Yeah. At my backyard, I turned into a mermaid.
In your backyard?
Yeah.
Does your backyard have a...
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Does your backyard have a pool?
with crystal water and fishes and a pink mermaid.
Wow.
bracket to him.
Yeah? Yeah, that's
But
flowing.
I thought that there was just a little foot that escaped.
A chevron point there. Okay. Cinch this one down there.
So I get these two. No, brother. You don't get this.
Just like so. Yeah, we're putting some silver beads right here. Ooh, that's what you're asking for?
What?
Okay, I need my silver beads. These ones.
And my sister wants the bottom layer. My mother wants the top layer. I couldn't swim, so I got out of the pool, but there was still a little floating around it. But it was no fun.
Okay. Then I've got some hematite. That's what you're asking for?
What?
Some hematite. Okay. One hematite right there. That's what it's calling for. One hematite. This is interesting. Okay. I'm gonna set that in there for now. Okay. So we're gonna do this. And we are going to do this around here. Okay. And then we are gonna loop this one around here 3 times because we're following a 6 and a 3 sequence. Okay. Okay, so we'll set that there. Slide that one up as far as I can go. And then we are going to feed. This is corrugulated. So these are corrugulated that are oxidized, so they're dark, so they're oxidized silver. Which gives it a different texture. Okay. Two, 3. Okay. Yep. 3 of those. Okay. So now I need my hematite.
necklace for me like this beat?
I would like to make a necklace for you.
Yeah, like this beat.
Oh yeah? Are you gonna wear them?
Well, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes. Because I'm wrong.
Because you don't like wearing the necklaces that I made you.
Well, okay, did it break?
Nope, that is an agate and it's pretty hard on the bow skin. Okay.
Well, when I was asking, no, I don't want to wear it to my other necklace that I just made. I just want to wear it too. That's why I didn't want to
Okay.
wear my other one.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to think about it because right now I'm focused on this channeled creation and I can't think about those kind of things right now. It kind of messes up my focus. Okay. Should I do it that way? No, I don't like it that way. Back that one off. Okay. Okay. Alright, we gotta trim this down. It's too long. So we're gonna take this. Okay. And we are going to thread this through here. Like so. So, I guess I'm going to start kind of talking again because I was just getting the fine detail printed in for the harnessing the energies of this. So, just to recap, this pendant is made with just scrap wire. It's completely free flow, it's completely channeled. This amethyst just keeps yelling at me that it wants to be dressed up. I I believe crystals are conscious, and I think of them like beings in a sense. Like they are a conscious being, kind of like a plant would be, or like you know, a living, actual, I wouldn't say breathing, but an actual conscious being. I believe that. And anyway, so this energy of this one has been kind of eyeballing me for a while, wondering when it's its turn to get dressed up. And today, my inner child and I, we're basically playing Barbies with this creation. We're giving it some clothes. We're dressing it up. We are free flowing. There's no design, no shape, no none of this. We're just creating. I have no plan going into it. We just started with this amethyst, and all of this has been kind of pieced together based on its own creation. But what we're doing is making a balanced, divine masculine and feminine pendant. That I do know is what we are coming together. Um, as I've been making this, I've been getting an overwhelming sense of energy flowing through my hands, which kind of gives me a tingly feeling on my hands, which is very fascinating. So, wherever this is going to go, it's going to be extremely amazing, and I'm excited to see who's going to claim this one when I'm done. But my goal with these videos, Moonwalker, if you're watching again, is that I have to focus on my craft. Sometimes I get to talking so much I don't get a lot of production done. And I awoke from a dream this morning that said, hey, do a live stream creation. Just do the live stream creation. That's all it said. Just do it. And I'm just like, okay. So I got up, I put it out there, 20 minutes in, scheduled out, and I just started creating. Okay? That's how this video came. It wasn't planned, but I think what I'm going to start doing is just on the days that I'm creating or plan to create, kind of to hold myself accountable, if you will, is that I'm just going to start filming my creations. One creation a day. I plan on doing several, but my first one, right when I wake up from the dream state, I'm bringing knowledge and information back with me. And so I channel information based off of that. My creations kind of, I don't know. So this one, I guess from my experience I had a couple days ago, I need to resolve some past life ancestral trauma, which is pretty amazing. But apparently in that timeline, I get hit in the face with a baseball bat, and it rippled all the way through this timeline that I'm in right now, the one that you guys are watching with me. Kind of crazy to think about, but this shit's real. I don't know why my face is the way it is, but when I get to my inner self, my inner child, and I talk to my pendulum Hermione, which is right here, it was confirmed. What I'm feeling didn't happen in this timeline. It happened in a parallel one, and I was defending somebody, a woman and her children, her child. I don't remember. A woman with children. Okay. So this, are you complete? You want this one? Where are we going to put this? Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Okay. Alrighty. So that's going to complete our project. So, I'm going to show you guys what we got here. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it, make sure I got it all done right. But that needs to get trimmed back. Can't have that exposed. That looks ugly. So we're going to take this here. We're going to trim you off. Just trim it back a smidge. Okay. That way it doesn't catch on your clothes. We'll tuck it behind here. Just like so. Okay. there's that. Okay. Now we're going to give you a scrub. Scrub a dub. A dirty polishing towel. Throw those there. Okay. So there's that. Put these back. Oh my gosh. So, my daughter. I gotta show you. She made me this cup in her ceramics class. Her plan with it was totally different, but it ended up coming out looking like good night. This leaf plant, and I absolutely love it. My daughter made this in her ceramics class today, or not today, but the other day. But it's perfect size and heavy enough to hold just my regular pliers. I got tons of pliers, but the ones like my go-tos I keep right here, the ones I'm using for my creation. So it's like a quick grab on my stuff. Super amazing. So proud of my daughter and all that she creates. And I'm kind of blessed to be a part of an artistic family. Glad that we get to bring arts into this world. So while I'm polishing this with you guys, I'm going to stand up here. But yeah, just the best way I do it is in flow. We're just going to scrub it. I'm going to polish this up on the camera, give it some energy since we're at about 2.5 hours. Let's polish before I oxidize it. It helps remove any of the big stuff. And because of the fibers of this polishing towel, it's going to let me know if I got any burrs that I need to catch on, because it's going to catch the fibers of this. But with this creation, I used tempered. The treated copper, I should say. And the treated copper isn't going to oxidize like normal raw copper would. So it's going to remain shiny. Still continuative for the energy flow. Super beautiful. Yeah, I know you like interacting, Moonwalker, but sometimes I think I want to just do these creation ones live, because this kind of shows what I create to populate. And I'll do live ones too, like with my face. But right now, with my face feeling all weird and my eye watering like crazy, I don't want to scare anybody. But I'm just going to start filming. But this angle here, I absolutely love working with it. But, yeah, my face is all numb, so I can't expose myself. But yeah, this is my creation. This is what I made. Feminine, masculine. Just polishing it up. So this is the rough one. This is the fine one. It looks worse than it is, I promise. But we're going to come here. I'm just going to polish it very gently. And I use these cloth ones because if I have any burrs with my metal, my wires, it helps me feel for them so I can get them corrected. Because the idea is that you don't want the wire wrapping to destroy or tear up your clothing or get caught in your hair. So I try to eliminate a lot of that with the wires. But yeah, we are just about done with this creation for today. Super pretty. So I'm gonna polish this up here. Polish that one up there. So I'm going to start sharing the inspiration that kind of came to me while I was working with this beautiful crystal. So what we're working with here is the Sacred 7 amethyst. It's only found, as far as my understanding is, the Sacred 7's found in a mine, little amethyst mine in Canada. And what makes this one so different from regular amethyst is that the minerals that compose this amethyst has 7 different crystals in it. I don't know the name of them, but we got coxonite and geothanite and amethyst and smoky quartz and citrine and aragonite and quartz crystal. All these different crystals and minerals compose this Sacred 7 up. But this particular piece, as you can see, has a lot of darker colors. So the smoky quartz, the aragonite, the argonite, and a bit of that citrine to the solar plexus. So the concept of this design that I'm using with the sterling silver and the copper has got a very warm, continuative energy tied more to the sun energy, and silver has more of a cooling and hyperactive energy that's tied to more of the moon energy. So this talisman amethyst loves moonlight and a full moon when you're charging it. And it loves sunlight too, but be mindful that if you expose it too much to direct sunlight, it will fade in color. So it likes the sunlight, but not necessarily direct. So wearing it on you as you're wearing it is about all the exposure it'll have, because I don't think you'll be having your chest exposed to the sun for more than a couple hours at a time, because sunburns can happen. But anyway, as we were creating it, we channeled in some more crystals to add to it. So with the Sacred 7, yeah, looks pretty shiny. With the Sacred 7, we got more specific with their energies. So we had a green aventurine, and the green aventurine is tied to the heart chakra, which kind of helps radiate the energies that you're working with in your creations. The green aventurine also kind of helps soothe and heal and gets energy flow going in the body. And it's super grounding. The red bead that we have here, this one is carnelian, and that's tied to your sacral chakra and the heart chakra. So it ties to both. And what the carnelian is, it actually has heart healing benefits for you. So as you're wearing this, it's going to help provide and channel those energies that kind of help heal your body as you're working with this companion. So amplified with all the crystals of the amethyst, with the carnelian and the green aventurine, channeling all this energy here. So we've got hematite that I added to it, which also is very iron rich, great for blood flow, great for circulation. Hematite's also very grounding and hyper energetic, and is super amazing. It can be magnetized, which means that it generates energy. Such an interesting stone. So all of these creations came together. Now, because this is so excited and spiritual and divine, we had to put in some terminated quartz. As you can see here, the tourmaline, there's actual raw tourmaline within this. So this quartz crystal has tourmaline, and it's in quartz, which is amplifying that. So we added this to kind of help ground and balance all the energy that's happening in this creation. So as you can see, the frame was just one wire melded together with silver. So the copper that was in there was just one wire, and we created this entire beautiful frame, and it started with this bend. This was the very first bend. And we created all of this off of one bend. That was the inspiration. We created all of this. So the copper being tied to sun energy, very energetic, great for the body, helping with the aura. The copper channels that warm, exciting energy. And then you got the silver that's going to help cool down the frequency a little bit with the moon energy. Super balanced and cool. So this was our creation that I channeled today. So this is going to conclude my video. I appreciate you all that came in and checked in. See, Lassie Herbert, you make beautiful jewelry. Oh, thank you. I do. So this is just my channeled creation. I appreciate that. Whoops. And that's how we damage them. But yeah, I've been working on a couple lately. This is another amethyst I worked on today. This is a custom request for somebody. And for some reason, this amethyst was also calling for nephrite jade and carnelian as well. Kind of interesting. Super soothing. So these are my creations. I just like free flowing. Every design comes differently. But I appreciate you all checking in throughout my process. We're going at 2.5 hours now. But this will be up on my store come Monday. I try to do one product drop once a week with new inventory. Last week with Honey Golden was it was a bit overwhelming. It was amazing, so beautiful, so much support and love from everybody. So I appreciate you all. You all have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in and checking out my video feed. Feel free to hit your like, hit your subscribe. Go ahead and give me a follow. But I am going to do more of these simple, 2-hour creations. Just to kind of open it up. I like to interact. The only downfall is that, again, like I've said many times before, I can't read while I'm filming. But I would like to kind of show my hands working what they do. Working with my energy, working with my Reiki energy. Yeah, just so beautiful. So thank you all. I appreciate you and I love you. You all have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll probably be doing another one about 9 a.m. tomorrow. If you want to tune in for that from the beginning. Moonwalker, if you're listening, that's when I'll start. And now you understand why. So watch this replay. Anyway, we'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful day. Bye.